So first of all, I would like us to go through the data that we're going to be dealing with in this Power Pivot tutorial. And as you can see, we have three sheets over here. We have the salary brackets, which have the employee level, title, years of experience, base salary, and we have the bonus. Then we have transactions, which has the customer, product, sale price, sale cost, and staff ID. Then we have the employee sheet, which has the staff ID, the name, the email, country, age, and level. One of the things that I would like you to see before we begin is we have this level in employee sheets, and then in salary bracket we still have employee level, which we are going to relate later. And so then we have staff ID in transactions, and also we have staff ID in employee. So to get started with, I'm pretty sure maybe you don't have the Power Pivot table because it doesn't come automatically on the tab on this, but it's pre-installed in Microsoft Excel. So to get started with this, you come here to File, then you go here to More, then click More Options, then come here to Add-ins. Then as you can see from here, we have this manage where we have this Excel add-ins. So you have to come here and click Com add-ins, and then you click Go. Then after that you choose Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel, and then after that you click OK. And so mine I have, that's why it's here, but I just wanted you to see where you get installed in this. So after that you'll see that you will be having this tab here. So what we're going to do, we're not going to work with this Excel sheet, so we're going to, it might tell you to restart, so you have to restart. So we're not going to start with this, so I'm going to start a new Excel sheet. Then after it loads, we'll go here to Power Pivot, then click Manage, because we have to load that data in this Power Pivot, and we're going to load it in a new sheet. So after you click here, we have several options from here. We are from database, we are from data services, and we are from other sources, which we are going to click. Then after that, then you have to click all the way bottom to Excel, because it's an Excel file. We have several options which you can maybe look on your own, but for this tutorial you're going to see the Excel file because that is what we have. Then you click Next, then Excel friendly connection, it has to be Excel. Then the Excel file path, this is where you locate where your file is, but for mine is in Browse. Then I put it here in Downloads, and after that I'll click Open. Then after that I'm going to check this use first row as column headers, because that's how our data has been formulated if you saw it well in our previous sheets. Then after that I'm going to click Next. Then after this we have the source table, friendly name, and filter details. You check all this, but to check all of them at the same time you click the first one. Then after that you click Finish, and as you can see now it will be imported on this sheet. Then after that you can click Close. Once you click Close, we'll be having this now Power Pivot for Excel, which will be in book 1. Then after that, as you can see, we have employee, salary brackets, and transactions, just as we had in our other sheet. So from here we have various information which is very, very important. And so what we're going to do, we're going to click maybe it's transactions, maybe then you can come here to diagram view, and this is where we are going to create relationships between these tables. So as you can see from here, we have various icons. From here we have the create hierarchy, which we are going to see in another tutorial. Then we have maximize, we're going to see that in how to do all that, because I don't want us to make this tutorial to be very long. Then after that you can make them longer by doing what I've done. Then to create relationships, just like in Access, Microsoft Access, you click, as you can see from here we have employees, and transactions we have staff ID. This is what we are going to create relationships with, and so this is one of the relationship that I can see on this table. Then on the other relationship we have is between employee and sorry bracket where we have this employee level and this level. And as you can see, after that, we have created successful relationships between these tables. Now these tables are linked properly. Now we can switch from diagram view back to data view. And then from data view, still on transactions sheet, we can be able to do lots of things. As you can see, if you double click, it's going to fit better, but you can also make it longer. We're going to add columns here so that we can do more data analysis on this. And so we're going to click on maybe one of the cells and then we say equals. Then we can make a profit column by saying it's equals to the sale price, then minus the sale cost. Then we can close that bracket, or we can just click enter, and as you can see, it's going to load with this information, and we have all these profits depending on these customers. We're going to double click this and then we write profit, and as you can see now, that's a profit table column that we have. All right, the next thing maybe we can also do, just because we have the staff ID and maybe we wanted to see the employee, all right, just instead of always switching all these tabs, we can create a tab here, or maybe a column for the employee name, so that we can see the employee name, the customer, the products, sale price, sale cost, and the staff ID at the same place, just in case we don't want to always go back to see who the staff ID is. So we can say equals. In this table we can say, in this cell we can say equals, then we say related, then we can double click, then we can click employee name, double click this, and then we close the bracket and then we hit enter, and as you can see, we have all this information of the employee that are. They're not just this, because if we just go down we'll find others, so we can just name this and call them maybe employee and name maybe employee name. So let's see the exact name in this, so we can click enter, and so we have that employee name. I hope it's the same name that we have, or we can also just name it as name, right? But let's just stick to employee name because it doesn't matter. Then after that, maybe we can also have a key IP, which is a way of measuring, so like maybe the profit, whereby maybe we can also calculate the profit, the total profit, which we calculate as equals, then we say sum, then we double click, then we can take this profit, all right, double click it, and then we can close the bracket, then we click enter, then after some seconds it will come with this measure one. As you can see, if we enlarge this cell, we'll have measure one, and then we have this as a profit, which we can just rename here and maybe call it something like total profit, which is a total profit by all the employee name and the got from all these customers. Then after that, maybe you can click enter, and then it will be renamed to total profit. Now, assuming like this is the data that we have or we want to have right now, the next thing maybe we can do so many things from here. As you can see, the currency we can change, but we don't want to do that now. Let's go to how to create a pivot table, which we click here, pivot table, and that will load a new sheet from here, and we'll just click existing worksheets. Then after that we can click OK. Now this might look like the other pivot table, but it is not. It has the same like information, but as you can see from the right side, the pivot table fields, we have these tables, which are 3 tables, unlike in Excel, which has like 1. So this is where we can be able to get to analyze various information. Say for example, we want to get the staff name, Okay, if this doesn't like look like yours, you can always right click here, this gear button. Then after that you can just choose side by side, or you can choose the other one that we have. So I can work with any. So with this name, you can click here to rows, bring it to rows, and as you can see, we have new rows from here. Then after that, we have, say for example, we wanted to get the sales. So you can, the sales is in the transactions, so you can take the sales transaction and take it into the values, which mostly takes the numerical values. So from here we can get the sales price of everyone, of every employee that we have. So this is not the only information that we can get. We can also get maybe the profit, as you can see, the profit for every one that we have, with the total profit which we had. We can always right click and maybe sort them just like in other Excel sheet. But another thing, maybe we can be able to analyze, say for example we wanted to get the employee name, the transactions, and the employee level. Assuming this is like something that we really wanted to get, maybe we can get the years, maybe the employee level, and take it to the columns. And as you can see, we'll have Alex, employee level 1. We have Sarah, who has 29,829. We can also maybe exchange this and get it with the years of experience, and maybe analyze it against maybe the sale price. And as you can see here, we can get like Sarah is having like 120,000, and as you can see from the years of experience, she has like 0 years of experience. That means she's doing really well. And this is one of the things that you can be able maybe to analyze with this. Another thing that you can do is using the KPIs. So let me maybe take these out so that we can correct it better. As you can see, we have that Alex, the employee's name. So assuming like maybe we want to see like the profits that maybe these employees are bringing into the company, we can just create a profit in the values. Then after that, we can create new KPIs from here. Then after new KPIs, as you can see, the base field that we made from the previous, which was measure 1, and then we renamed it to profit 1, is the KPI base field, which is a value. Then from here we can change from measure to absolute values, and say from here, as you can see, we have different data from here. So assuming like the first data that we have, Alex has that 5,802, just ignore the currency here, and then we have 5,000. We can get the absolute value maybe to be something to do with 20, maybe 1,000. All right, then after that, as you can see, if I choose one of these, select icon style, if I choose something like this, as you can see, it will adjust. Then after that, I can click OK. But still we haven't got the total profit status. So what we can do, we can come here to the transactions, go to the total profit, and then we can change one of these information. And if you click the status, it's going to change. So with this, it's kind of a warning of someone who's doing really, really good or really bad. As you can see, we had information about Sarah, and she's doing really well, even though like she has like 0 years of experience and she's employee level 1. But we have some who is doing extremely bad. He's having some problem, or she's having some problem, depending on who Sam is. Could be Samantha. But on the same time, we have Jones, who is not doing well as well, like they are on the halfway. And so this is one of the ways in which you can be able to analyze data. So With all this data selected, maybe you can also do other things. So as you can see, we can create the pivot chart. You can also create all these charts that you see from here. So it just depends on what you want to do. You can also click the recommended charts, which maybe if you want to do the bar chart, you can create. So let me know whether you like me to go deeper in this tutorial, because it can be really long. And I just wanted to show you like how Power Pivot is useful and how powerful Power Pivot is. And I'm hoping that maybe you've loved this video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Until next time, bye bye.